Coach, congrats on the win. Congrats on the 2-0 start. You guys really took care of business early in this one. What were you most pleased with?
Defensive effort, by far and away. We've been that's been our focus probably from day one. Is that we know that we can score. How efficient, that's yet to be determined. But our defensive effort's really good, and our efforts focused in the right places. They're doing everything that we're expecting. We got to get a little bit better at finishing possessions, but for the most part right now, effort is really high and it's in the right places.
First half, 39 of your 51 points were from sophomores and freshmen. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have a lot of potential down there, and we know our future's bright, but that doesn't mean anything right now is what we're worried about. We talk about being where your feet are at and playing with a purpose and playing for one another, and we got some potential there. But hopefully, everybody's making each other better, and everybody's growing, and everybody's moving in the same direction at the same time.
What were, I guess the three-pointers were really flowing there in that second quarter. You guys were putting about everything in that you put up. You expect to be a pretty strong outside shooting team?
I think so. I think if we can score early and often and kind of get some transition points, the bucket gets a little bit bigger. And if someone kind of knocks down a couple, the bucket looks bigger for the next guy too. And so I think confidence resonates in one another. And that's kind of what the second quarter was for us. And it's nice to see because we didn't really necessarily shoot well last night. And, overall our shooting probably wasn't great. But if we can go in some runs and we can use each other's confidence, I think we can shoot the ball from outside. But we got to get much more efficient. And the way we go about getting those shots will improve with that too.
It was a game where you were able to get a lot of guys in earlier than normal, more minutes than usual. Were you able to evaluate some things and maybe see some good things from some guys that you'll be able to hopefully utilize later?
Absolutely. I mean, that was kind of our thing. We knew that we had an opportunity to mix up some personnels and get some new lineups and new rotations in there because it's still only game two, and we have really competitive practices, and that's what we want. And every day everybody's kind of scrapping, not just for playing time, but they're scrapping for those opportunities to get better. And then we have a game like this tonight where that first kind of core group kind of put something together and gives opportunities to other people. Those guys stepped in and took advantage of those opportunities, and I think we can be really deep. And if we can be really deep, I think that puts us in a great position for a season.
I know Riverside's not the biggest team, but Braden Jones sure was a force defensively with his block shots and just his presence. So how good can this guy be defensively?
I don't even want to say the sky's the limit for this young man. His physicality and presence and his length down low presents a challenge for anybody. I mean, he's only 6'3", but he plays about 6'6". His timing, his positioning, he's always working for position, and I think it's huge credit to him too. I mean, he's put in a lot of time. He's only a freshman, and so the fact that he's been coachable this first part of the season and picking up everything we're feeding him is awesome. And he's a very hungry kid too. So we know that the floor, the ceiling, is not the limit. He can go far and beyond that.
Underwood, Friday, that should be a heck of a good early matchup, huh?
Definitely. I think our conference is really deep. I think we're super talented. And, I think matchups are going to be big. I think they present some matchup problems for a lot of teams. And so we'll see if we can get matched up and control the tempo a little bit. Pace of play is going to be big, and we've got to rebound the ball better, especially on the offensive end. We've got to create second chance opportunities and defensive rebounding. We got to finish possessions. So Underwood's tough. I know that, and they're well coached. So we'll be ready.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.